Hey, good morning, team, and welcome to week 2 of organizational communications. A lot going on. Some people have started strong in this week, week 1, and good to see it. So, and good communications and good examples that we have seen on the disposable worker. And technology is an interesting thing, and think about it. Yeah, a lot of people, we talked about the self checkout lines and how grocery stores don't need so many workers anymore. And I talked about one of my pet peeves is those checkout lines, those self checkout lines, because I don't think I work at Stop and Shop. Uh, but it's interesting how that happens. But technology has also increased. I mean, right now we're taking a course. I have the flu right now, by the way, so I'm a little bit under the weather. But here we are taking a course, even though I have the flu, over online. Would we have been able to do that, without technology? And we talked a little bit about the insurance agency. Think about what's going to happen to them with self-driving cars. Right now, we are already seeing, for instance, the decrease in insurance rates because of all the safeties on cars. How is it going to happen? What's going to happen to our insurance rates when cars are driving themselves? Will you need a driver's license at 16 with a self-driving car? There'll be no, what's going to happen with DUIs? Wow, this is some heavy stuff. So, anyways, this week 2, we're going to talk a little bit about HR and communications. Some admin first, right? We have our first census day this Wednesday. So make sure you have a discussion board post or your assignment in. Like I said, no late discussion board posts. So after Sunday at midnight, if you get a 0 for week 1 for your discussion board, I'm sorry. Assignments I will accept, but not late discussion boards. Let's see, readings, chapter 2 and 3. And we're going to talk about stakeholders. And we're going to talk about stakeholders in our communication plan. And some people, some people have given me some good ideas and some good companies they want to do with their communication plan. So I got my handy dandy whiteboard here. Let's see how this works. Okay. So stakeholder analysis. When we look at stakeholders, we have power and interest. So who has high power and who has high interest in what we're doing? So if somebody down here, low power and low interest, how are we going to communicate with them? And who would this be? This could be a stockholder, for instance, for your communication plans, I said, hey, look at their website, and you usually see an investor relations. This is where you just push information out. It doesn't matter who it goes to. They have low power, low interest, right? So these people, you might communicate social media. They just, if they want the information, they're going to get it. But you should have the information out there for them. Okay. How about if somebody is high interest but low power? So they're really interested in what you're doing, but they may not control the purse strings. They may not be in the chain of command for administration or operations. So how would you communicate with them? Well, they may be CC'd on an email. They some type of mass communications, like in the military and in the government, we have messages that we send out all the time, but they're not directed to somebody for action. So yeah, let's say these people might be CC'd on an email. So let's look over here. If somebody is high power but low interest, so meaning that they may have some administrative control of your project. How would you communicate? But it doesn't affect their bottom line. I would say also they might be CC'd on emails. Excuse me. Or they might get a direct email from you, on certain projects. So this one's kind of iffy in my mind. How about this one? somebody is high interest and high power, meaning they really care about what you're doing. They control the purse strings, the operations of it. Well, this person, you might phone all types of communications, but follow it up, phone, CC, emails, but follow it up with a meeting, face to face, right? Nothing beats face to face. These people down here might come to meetings too. You may want somebody who has high power but low interest, So, for instance, if they're in the administrative functions of your project, you may want them to come to a meeting. They may sit there quietly taking notes, but still. So, think about this power and interest. This is a project management communications plan. Uh, and yeah, and this will be part of your communications plan as you come about. How do you want to communicate with people? Okay. Wow, that's kind of messy, isn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. So those are some things to think about this week. Once again, I see everybody's doing well, and I'm pretty glad. So I'm feeling a little under the weather. We have a government shutdown that affects me and my family. Uh, so not feeling that either. So anyways, keep up the good work and take care. Dave out.